Shut up and sit down.
So, I'm the kind of person that usually doesn't get a lot of sleep. And if you're concerned this is because of some of the things I've seen in wartime, don't worry. Because while I have seen some shit, what usually keeps me up is just thinking about random things until the sun comes up. So today is part of a new series, Things That Keep Me Up at Night. I'm gonna rant about something that may not be that important, but nevertheless bugs the crap out of me. At the time of this recording, I'm in my early 30s. And starting in middle school and with increasing frequency in my adult life, I have bought pens. That's right, pens. As in those cheap, permanent writing utensils. Now at this point in my life, I've probably bought thousands of pens. And of those nameless thousands, I've probably actually finished, as in used all the ink and thrown away, about, I don't know, let's say 5? Additionally, I've probably deliberately thrown away maybe another 100 or so pens because they either broke or got chewed up in a vacuum cleaner or something like that. So where the hell did all the other pens go? Now I'll admit that because pens are cheap, I'll probably set them down and leave them somewhere. But that somewhere is usually my office, so I should have a pile of pens just around the office, but they always seem to turn up missing. Now I know what you're going to say. It's probably the "can I borrow a pen" guy. You know, the guy who never brings his own pen, asks to borrow your pen, and then never gives it back. But I've already thought of that. So let's break it down. If we start off with a zero-sum game with 10 pens. Let's say "can I borrow a pen" guy takes 1, I finish 1, and I throw 2 away because they're broke or whatever. So we have 6 pens in reserved, 1 loaned out, and 3 in the garbage, just out of circulation. As I keep using pens out of the reserve and setting them down somewhere, they should, in theory, stay somewhere around me. Now at any time during this, the "can I borrow a pen" guy can theoretically show up and take 1 pen out of circulation, but in order to do this, he needs to lose the first pen that he originally borrowed. So that just takes the pen that he borrowed and set down and lost somewhere, and puts it back into the system for somebody else to pick up. So with all these pens floating around, eventually some of them should come back to me in the form of pens being just left around my office. And the only way we really get down to 0 pens being in the system is that somebody has to be taking pens completely out of circulation, not just setting them down and losing them somewhere. I've spoken to more people than is probably healthy about this, and everyone either identifies as the pen provider, i.e. the guy who actually buys pens and puts them into the system, or the "can I borrow a pen" guy, who shuffles pens around the system, but does not actually take the pens out of circulation. I'm only left to postulate the existence of a third actor. I call this actor the pen goblin. Due to the fact that I've never identified the pen goblin in the wild, they must be incredibly rare, incredibly crafty, or both. If 90% of the thousands of pens that I've bought have just gone missing, and something similar has happened to nearly everyone I know, then this incredibly rare creature must spend all its time just zipping from place to place, hoovering up every available pen that's left unattended, and adding it to some sort of hoard of pens, probably kept in a cave or some castle ruins or something like that. So if anyone out there has actually seen the elusive pen goblin, or have any photo or video evidence, please share your stories in the comments, and help me on this ongoing scientific pursuit.